This is the story of one of the longest wrongful convictions in American history, and a justice system that failed at every level. April 25, 1978. Kansas City, Missouri. 3 young people were shot and killed during a home invasion. Larry Ingram, John Walker, and Sherry Black. All in their 20s. All with their whole lives ahead of them. One person survived the attack, 18-year-old Cynthia Douglas. Wounded but alive, she became the only eyewitness to this brutal crime. The next day, Kevin Strickland was arrested. He was just 18 years old. The case against Strickland was built on one thing: Cynthia Douglas's identification. No physical evidence linked him to the scene. No fingerprints. No DNA. No murder weapon. Just the word of a traumatized teenager who had been shot and seen her friends killed. On June 29, 1979, Kevin Strickland was convicted of 1 count of capital murder and 2 counts of second-degree murder. He was sentenced to life in prison. He maintained his innocence from day one. But who was listening? Here's what makes this case even more shocking. The actual killers were caught. Vincent Bell and Kilm Adkins both pleaded guilty to second-degree murder. They served just 10 years in prison each. Meanwhile, Strickland, who wasn't even there, got life. Both men have since admitted that Strickland had nothing to do with the murders. But their confessions weren't enough to free him. Over the years, something began to eat away at Cynthia Douglas. The weight of possibly sending an innocent man to prison. In 2009, Douglas reached out to the Midwest Innocence Project. She wanted to recant her testimony. She said she had been pressured by police and prosecutors to identify Strickland. She tried multiple times over the years to tell authorities she had made a mistake. But prosecutors told her it was too late, and that she could be charged with perjury if she recanted. Cynthia Douglas died in 2015, still carrying the burden of what she believed was a terrible mistake. Her family signed affidavits saying she wanted Strickland released from prison. Enter Jean Peters Baker, Jackson County prosecutor. In 2021, she did something remarkable for a prosecutor. She admitted the system got it wrong. This is a profound error we must correct now. But even with the prosecutor fighting for his freedom, the system resisted. Missouri's Attorney General opposed Strickland's release, insisting he was guilty despite all evidence to the contrary. While lawyers fought in courtrooms, Strickland waited in his cell, now in his 60s, watching his life slip away. What does 43 years in prison do to a man? Strickland entered as a teenager and emerged as a senior citizen. I think I've been destroyed. He missed his entire adult life. Marriages, children, careers, technology changing the world outside, all experienced from behind bars. His incarceration became the longest wrongful imprisonment in Missouri history and among the longest in the entire country. November 23, 2021. Senior Judge James Welsh overturned Strickland's conviction, ruling that it was not based on physical evidence but on eyewitness testimony, who later recanted her account. After 15,695 days behind bars, Kevin Strickland walked free. He was 62 years old. I've been in prison for 43 years. Yeah, it's tough, it's real tough. It hurts. But even freedom came with a cruel twist. Missouri only compensated wrongfully convicted inmates if they were exonerated through DNA evidence. Kevin Strickland received $0 from the state of Missouri, the same state that stole 43 years of his life. Private donations eventually raised money for him, and Missouri later changed its laws. But nothing can give back those lost decades. Kevin Strickland's story exposes the devastating flaws in our justice system. Eyewitness testimony so compelling to juries can be tragically wrong. Prosecutors can refuse to admit mistakes, and the innocent can pay the ultimate price. Today, Kevin Strickland is trying to rebuild a life that was stolen from him. He deserves more than our sympathy. He deserves a system that works.